You're listening to WLIE 540 AM, Islip, New York, a part of Universal Stations, LLC.
The views, opinions, and statements expressed in the following program reflect the views of program contributors and do not necessarily reflect the views of WLIE Radio, its management, or its sponsors. For questions and comments, please send us an email at WLIE540AMradio@AOL.com or visit us at WLIE540AM.com.
My name is Joseph Michael, professional photographer and the founder of Just Smile Project. Just Smile Project focuses on photographing kids with special needs. Our goal is to make happy memories because everyone needs to smile. We make it easy and hassle-free by coming to you in our mobile portrait studio truck equipped with a lift for special needs assistance. The truck is also equipped with different types of lighting for sensory situations of special needs. Just Smile Project wants everyone to share their smiles. We make them feel like a rock star, and to see their faces light up with excitement and joy is the best feeling anyone can ever experience, especially the rock star. Just Smile Project wants everyone to cherish those memories forever, which is worth the world. If you have a family member or you know of someone with special needs and think they would love to have Just Smile Project capture their awesome smile, please contact us at 888-294-7575, or you can visit us online at www.justsmileproject.com.
There was a dream, such a dream.
Hi, I'm Maureen Griffin, also known as Biker Mo. I'm a singer-songwriter here on Long Island. Some of you may also know me as a leader of song in church and a co-host on Chapters Wrapped with Steve Vaccaro. I'm also an avid motorcyclist and member of Long Island Abate, participating in charity bike runs for children and veterans. My songs are based on the motorcycle adventures I share side by side with my husband Curtis all around the beautiful USA. If you ever long for new songs that have the feel of old-time rock and roll and country, then I know you'll love my music, which is definitely not for bikers only. And if you love old-time gospel hymns, I have an album of your favorites called How Can I Keep From Singing, a portion of which proceeds goes to help the homeless right here on Long Island. Take a listen to my songs and a look at my music videos at www.bikermo.com. That's biker, M as in Mary, O as in Oscar, bikermo.com. God bless and ride safe.
This is the Chapters Wrap on WLIE 540 AM, serving New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. If you want to jump aboard this love train, please do it. 631-955-5400 or WLIE540am.com. We're here for you every Friday night from 6 to 7 p.m. And each week it's a different story. And George, you are back in studio here.
That's right. Back in action, back in the saddle here on the Chapters Wrap, broadcasting to the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area here on another lovely Friday on Long Island. That's where our studio is.
That's right. It's a lot of traffic out there. I just came from the Bronx.
Yeah, you just barely made it, buddy.
I just barely made it, right under the gun. But I'm here, and you're here.
Yes, I'm here. I missed last week. I had tickets to see David Byrne from the Talking Heads.
Oh, how was it?
And now he's great. Talking Heads rock. And now you're headed to REO Speedwagon after this.
Yeah, in Chicago at Jones Beach, and we have our new correspondent. She's a saxophonist. She's been on the show many, many times. Colleen Farquhar is actually tailgating it at Jones Beach.
Wait a minute. This isn't the Sax Kitten, is it?
This is the Sax Kitten.
This is the Sax Kitten. See,
she's not performing.
I missed that episode.
She's tailgating now. So, Colleen, are you there?
I'm here, Steve.
Yes. How's it going there at Jones Beach?
It's great. I feel like I was just here.
I know you were just there. So have you given up on your profession and just going to the tailgating thing all summer now?
Hey, part of being a musician is being a part of the experience, networking with people, sharing the experience of music with other people. It's just a whole culture and a whole community.
Yeah, I gotta say, Colleen, I've been seeing some of your posts and your pictures. You are one happy young lady. I see. I see you're doing
it's right.
You're doing so many things. I know your boyfriend Nick is probably right near you at the tailgating in the parking lot.
Yep, Nick is right here.
Yeah, hi Nick, and you're on live on WLIE, the Chapters Wrap, and people sitting in the traffic in the car. Colleen, tell everybody what you're doing tonight and what you did last night.
All right. Well, tonight we're here to see Chicago and REO Speedwagon. We just started tailgating here in Lot 5 at Jones Beach, so a bunch of people are out here. It's a beautiful day, so we're excited for that concert. And yesterday, we arrived at 4 o'clock in the morning with the Copycat Band. That was our entourage that we were a part of yesterday. And we set up our whole, band, the sound system, and we were playing all day long. We meandered around and visited different bands and different people, but we were there for about 16 hours.
Wow. Unbelievable. So you're just doing this whole tailgating thing now and performing.
Yep, music every day, pretty much, in one way or another.
So,
healthy, Steve.
Hey, Nick, how you doing, buddy?
Good, Steve. How are you doing?
Good. Colleen was telling me that you're part of this well-known German band. Why don't you explain your band a little bit?
Oh, I play in a band called Die Schlauberger, which is the #1 German alpine rock band in the country. We've been together for 27 years, touring the country, playing Oktoberfests all over from Oregon to Texas, Long Island, Queens, upstate New York. We've been doing it, and I've been part of them for 4 years. It's awesome.
DSB for short.
Yeah, DSB for short.
Yeah. So how did you get to be in this band here? It sounds like you guys are really killing it around the country.
Well, it was actually some good fortune and bad fortune. Our drummer, who also runs the band, had severe pancreatitis prior to the tour starting in August 4 years ago. And 2 members of my Cold Spring Harbor Billy Joel tribute band play in Die Schlauberger, and they needed a German-type drummer, which I'm not, because all of the other German-type drummers were doing the Oktoberfest. So they looked over their shoulder at a gig one day and said, "You know what, Nick? You got to learn 80 German songs and rock and roll songs in 2 weeks. You want to go on tour?" And I said, "Sure." And then that's it, Steve. It's history. I've been in a band ever since.
That's history. What do you think, George?
Well, I think I'd like to get a little more acquainted with what Alpine Rock is, the #1 Alpine Rock. That's what you said, right?
Okay, yeah. Alpine rock basically is a Bavarian style of rock and roll in Germany. It's indigenous to Germany. And what the guys in DSB did, they incorporated that type of rock and roll with American rock and roll, anything from Bryan Adams to the Beach Boys to Chicago, anything.
Interesting.
And they incorporated it, put a show together, including waltzes and polkas. You got to have waltzes and polkas. And they just have this formula that's just taken off. We have about 9 albums. You can find us all over the place. Just Google DSB, and you get a taste of what.
I think we just lost them there, but very interesting stuff. Well, hopefully they'll call right back in.
Yeah,
but,
very interesting. I mean, a German rock band.
Yeah, a German rock band that it's like a hybrid is what he's saying. Alpine rock, it's like German music mixed with Bryan Adams and all kinds of American rock music. Interesting stuff. It sounds to me, like a good excuse for them to go around to the Oktoberfest all year long and just drink and eat Wiener Schnitzel all day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, in the backyard.
There we go.
Back, okay. Okay, so
we lost you there.
So Nick, we lost it for a moment.
We're back.
Nick, real quick, how can people get a hold of you or the band?
You could Google us, DSB or Die Schlauberger, and Facebook. We have a Facebook page. We have our own website. We're on Instagram, I believe. It's pretty cool.
I'm trying to think of other German bands. The Scorpions, right? Scorpions are German?
Right. Scorpions would be a rock band.
You guys
we're actually in full lederhosen, and we're quite authentic.
It sounds incredible. Now, you ever cover the Scorpions? That could be a pretty rocking Alpine.
We do a couple of Scorpions tunes. We do.
That's freaking cool, man.
Okay. So, Nick, I'm actually good friends with your girlfriend there. Can I get a ticket or two to see you guys?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You'd be my guest. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
You're good friends with both of us.
I know.
Absolutely, Steve.
And I really want to be so much good friends. I want to see you in about an hour or so. Can I join you guys at the concert?
Hey, why not? You know, it happens. We have an extra ticket.
Oh, just so happens you have one extra ticket for our radio show host. I will come down. You know, this gig ends at 7, so I'll make my way down Ocean Parkway and park my little car and seek you guys out then.
You know, it's funny because you wrote on an envelope Steve, and you happen to be Steve.
Ah, there we go. Then perfect. It just works out that way. So, Colleen, enjoy the tailgating. Nick, enjoy the tailgating. And I will see you very soon at Jones Beach.
All right. Sounds good. See you in a bit.
We're ready for you.
Unbelievable. Okay, so we're starting off with music.
Wow, it sounds like you basically set up that interview so you get a free ticket to the Chicago and REO Speedwagon
you see
show.
how this bartering thing works here on the radio?
I feel like I see what you're up to there, Steve.
I see that. I see that. Well, I think we're going to take a quick break, and after the break, you may have a special guest or another person on the line. Stay with us on the Chapters Wrap.
Hi, I'm Lexi and I'm 15.
And I'm Ryan and I'm 18. Anybody can be a superhero no matter how big or small, just like the children we worked with at Stony Brook Hospital.
Inspiring people to never give up, and you can be a superhero too. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for more music videos and all that stuff. That's Lexi Cassell, Lexi with the Y. LEXYCASSELL. Thank you.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Get a head start on your career while earning money to pay for college. Log on to NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the New Jersey Army National Guard. Aired by the New Jersey Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey everyone, Tom Stiegel of Schroeder's Ghost. Many of you have seen Schroeder's Ghost live, but for those who haven't, let me tell you a little bit about the band. Schroeder's Ghost plays a wide variety of eclectic songs that you know and love, but not everybody plays. Songs from bands like Steely Dan, Toto, Boston, Cheap Trick, Supertramp, Etta James, Fauna, and more. We pay tribute to these bands by playing them down to the note. Schroeder's Ghost is made up of an amazing group of musicians. Pam Dixon, Tommy Higgins, Rich Foreman, Paul Cruz, Colleen Farquhar, and of course me, Tom Stiegler. There are 6-part harmonies in this band, passionate performances, and entertaining antics on stage. We're available for private parties, corporate events, concerts, and special shows. To contact us, you can call 516-578-7805. You can also go to schroedersghost.com, where you can get links for some great videos of the band. We're also available on Reverb Nation and Facebook. The band is tight, the vibe is right, Schroeder's Ghost will haunt you well past the night.
We are back here on the Chapters Wrap, WLIE 540 AM, serving New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. If you want to jump aboard this love train, please do it 631-955-5400, or you can check us out on the web, WLIE540am.com. And I believe Mr. Ray Negron is on the phone there. Are you there, sir?
Hello, Steve. How you doing, Steve Areno?
Good. How you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging in there, man. You know, trying to live the life like you.
We're trying to do this. We're trying to do this life thing. I know that, but you have Bat Boy coming up in different venues. Why do you want to put that out kind of October-ish time? Why is that important to you?
Because you play the marshmallow salesman, and I guess you get knocked on your booty.
Yeah,
and that is the most hilarious thing in the world. When Billy Martin punches you in the face, and all of a sudden you go flying up in the air like straight at the
right. I give you some airtime, and this is how you decide to use it.
Marshmallow salesman, a role Steve was born to play, buddy.
Yeah, you got George going here.
No question.
It is the best. It's one of the best scenes I've ever seen on Broadway or off Broadway.
I mean, he sold it to me. I'd pay to see that. I didn't know Steve gets punched in the show.
Yeah, I say George. That's all you need to say. Marshmallow to George, and George is going to jump around on your bandwagon there, right? Well, thank you for recreating my professional history there. Now I'm known as the Marshmallow Salesman. But Bat Boy is going to come out in October. We're going to be at the Argyle Theater. We're going to be at the Tillis Center. And we're going to be doing it in your hometown there, your backyard in the Bronx there.
Well, it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to do 3 shows in a row. And I know that everybody's excited to see it again. So, you know, rock and roll, baby.
All right, 2 things. You're a Yankee guy. What happened to the Yankees last night? They're in Boston now. They got 3 more games. Are they going to be able to turn things around?
They better turn things around because, you know, there's too many people banking on the Yankees, and the Yankees are so important to New York City. And you know what? We can't fall down now. So we gotta roll, man. We gotta do what we gotta do. Last night, I don't know. You know, we're just flat. They just got it.
I know. And coupled with the showing against the Orioles at Yankee Stadium before they went to Boston 2 days in a row, they don't look so hot there for a little bit. But maybe they could turn things around. It's very important because Boston seems like they never lose anymore.
Boston doesn't know how to lose. When they lose and they find a way to win. I never seen anything like it.
I know. But I'm going to take you back in time because this might be a little hard to talk about, but I want to take you back in a little time warp here. August 2nd, 1979. What day, why does that stand out in your life and so many lives?
Well, we lost the great Thurman Munson. He was, he was everybody's hero at the time. And we lost him in that horrific airplane crash. And most people have never gotten over it. And, I haven't gotten over it. So it's just a bad time, 39 years, and we're approaching the 40th next year. I'm actually working on a book that I hope will be out in time for the 40th anniversary of that crazed day. And it's still tough for me.
Yeah. I mean, when we were talking about in preparation to Bat Boy in June at the Argyle Theater, I learned of the relationship you did have with Thurman and his family and the other teammates on the Yankees. But Thurman really stuck with you. And that day, I think, changed the lives of so many people. As a fan, I went through some adversity when I was a youngster. I never met Thurman Munson, but I felt I knew him every single day of my life because he was inspiration. I bounced around to different foster homes and baseball, and Thurman Munson was the captain of the Yankees. He kind of eased the pain a little bit over the years, but you saw him on a day-to-day basis. Tell our listeners a little bit, what was Thurman behind the scenes like?
He was gruffy, stuffy, and a lot of fun. And he was just a regular guy who loved to play the game. He was a winner. You know what? I remember we were playing the Boston Red Sox in '77. And he, before we got on the field, like, he turned to all the players on the team and he says, "Are you guys scared? Are you scared? Let's go." You know what I'm saying? And I never forgot that. It was like, wow, this is like real television drama, man. And they went on to beat the hell out of the Red Sox that week.
That's right. And in your play, Bat Boy, you spent a lot of some of the monologues are spent the relationship he had with his family, with his wife. He was the ultimate warrior, but he was also the ultimate family man because he took flying lessons just to be home to his family in Ohio when the Yankees were at home or on the road. Right? He learned to fly, and it doesn't get better than that. The love between him and his wife and his family.
He learned to fly during the spring of 1978, and he became an expert real quick, and from the standpoint of going from a two engine propeller to a jet within the course of a year and a half. So I mean, that was unreal.
Right. And then the play, you really highlight the relationship he had with his wife, Diane Munson, and that captures it all. I mean, that's one of the highlights of the play is to see their love relationship and what Thurman meant to the family, but also what Thurman meant to the Yankees at that time. A great woman, to this day, a very dear friend, and the fact that we can share tears together, but at the same time, a lot of laughs. I love it. Love her and her family, and I'm blessed to have them as friends. Right. I understand that you probably get, contacted by different people around the world, around fans and different things. But I understand that you met with somebody that was a real Yankee fan with a lot of Thurman Munson memorabilia. How was that experience for you recently?
Well, you know what? It was a lot of fun because a friend literally begged me if I would go and sit down with this guy just because he was a Munson fan. So I figured, you know what? Let me go and hang out for about 15 minutes. And next thing you know, 3 hours had passed. And by the time I got home, my wife beat me.
Okay. So 3 hours, 15 minutes turned into 3 hours. So,
right, exactly.
But that's not the kind of guy you are.
No dinner, no nothing.
Right. No, right. Well, I hang out with you a lot, and you always make sure I have dinner. So I want to thank you for that. But when we chat about these things with the Yankees and Thurman Munson, and you really take me behind the scenes of what really happened back then. As a fan, it's intriguing, but it's also inspiring because of the work you've done for the Yankees, and these productions of Bat Boy, they're going to be changing up a little bit. You're going to be mixing it in with different monologues and different vignettes and maybe different music, because you're also a music guy too.
Well, I want, I always like to change things around a little bit. The first time around the block, I'm learning the demographic. How hard can I go? Can I go deep? Can I go dirty? Can I be ugly? And these were the things that I had to find out first time around. That's why it was so far away, so that I can make mistakes. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you don't make mistakes, you're not going to have a good show.
Right.
Okay. At the ultimate. Right. And that's what, like I told you before, when I spoke to Chaz Palminteri, who has been my mentor in the aspect of putting together this play, the first question was, were there any mistakes? And I said, yes. And he says, great. And I thought he was nuts. And then I understood, okay, now you go from there. And then the second question was, did the people seem happy when they left? And I said, yeah. And he said, then you know what? That's success. Now work on the things that you have to work on. He said, do not let anybody get in your way, because it's your story. You're the one that lived it. And in essence, you know what? Like, people have no clue how I concentrate, how I work on this thing, because they don't see me. I don't stay in the house. I have to get in my car. I have to, in essence, go through the whole process, and I know what I want to do, and that's the bottom line.
Well, you certainly have a load of experience back with the Yankees for so many years, and your creativity to use that experience and knowledge and to incorporate it in all your events and all your work that you've done for so many years for so many other people. I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of your team there and be producing some of this. Now, I know I was the Marshmallow Man, Marshmallow Salesman in the first production.
That is good casting again. Let me just say, Ray, that is good casting on your part, buddy.
So,
I have to add that, certain people are going to have dual roles.
Here we go.
There's no real budget per se. So Steve is also going to be the son of Sam, David Berkowitz.
Excellent stuff right there. He's a triple threat, folks. Triple threat.
Isn't that great? I'm patting myself in the back because David Berkowitz couldn't beat David Berkowitz better than Steve.
Ray,
brilliant.
That was a private conversation we had about a week ago after midnight. So now you're sharing it. We didn't negotiate this role here.
It's not in your contract.
Negotiate my booty.
Yeah, you're giving George more ammunition to use against me on upcoming
it's going to make George want to go and see the play now.
Me and everybody else listening. This is great stuff. I mean, the fact that you even had Chaz Palminteri from the Bronx Tale coaching you on this whole thing. I mean, and he's the master of the one-man show, doing a Bronx Tale as a one-man show. That just goes to show. I mean, you're obviously cooking up something good over there if you got his seal of approval.
That's right.
When I first talked to Chaz about it, and I didn't know what he was going to say to me, because if he said to me, I mean, I don't know what I would have done had he said, Ray, I don't think that you're capable of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, Ray, you should do this. And he also said, I know what it means to you. You should do this. And that's all I needed to hear.
And doing it you are. And June 24th, we sold it out at the Argyle Theater. And come October, we'll be back at the Argyle Theater. We'll be at the Tiller Center, and we'll be in the Bronx. So I'm excited about this whole thing. And again, thank you for calling in. And, we've been doing some radio stuff together. So I want to thank you for that partnership as well.
Well, it's always fun, and it's always nice to share. It's as you would say, it's a part of therapy.
Right. There we go. But well, Ray, thank you so very much. Enjoy your weekend, and thank you for tuning in here on WLIE in the Chapters Wrap.
Well, thank you for your free therapy session. Your free therapy session. Your free therapy session. Your free therapy.
It's not free. It's not free. I sent the bill in the mail. You didn't get it yet?
I can't hear you.
Okay.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
The phone's breaking up.
I see that. Well, we
so
better go here because we got more show to do. But Ray, thanks very much. We're gonna take a quick break, and after the break, Chris Campbell, who's been a dear friend of mine for so many years, is in studio. I can't wait.
There was a dream, such a dream.
Hi, I'm Maureen Griffin, also known as Biker Mo. I'm a singer-songwriter here on Long Island. Some of you may also know me as a leader of song in church and a co-host on Chapters Rap with Steve Vaccaro. I'm also an avid motorcyclist and member of Long Island Abate, participating in charity bike runs for children and veterans. My songs are based on the motorcycle adventures I share side by side with my husband Curtis all around the beautiful USA. If you ever long for new songs that have the feel of old-time rock and roll and country, then I know you'll love my music, which is definitely not for bikers only. And if you love old-time gospel hymns, I have an album of your favorites called How Can I Keep From Singing, a portion of which proceeds goes to help the homeless right here on Long Island. Take a listen to my songs and a look at my music videos at www.bikermo.com. That's biker, M as in Mary, O as in Oscar, bikermo.com. God bless and ride safe.
My name is Joseph Michael, professional photographer and the founder of Just Smile Project. Just Smile Project focuses on photographing kids with special needs. Our goal is to make happy memories because everyone needs to smile. We make it easy and hassle-free by coming to you in our mobile portrait studio truck equipped with a lift for special needs assistance. The truck is also equipped with different types of lighting for sensory situations of special needs. Just Smile Project wants everyone to share their smiles. We make them feel like a rock star, and to see their faces light up with excitement and joy is the best feeling anyone can ever experience, especially the rock star. Just Smile Project wants everyone to cherish those memories forever, which is worth the world. If you have a family member or you know of someone with special needs and think they would love to have Just Smile Project capture their awesome smile, please contact us at 888-294-7575, or you can visit us online at www.justsmileproject.com.
People all over the world, everybody, join in. Start a love tree, love tree, love tree.
This is Steve Vaccaro on the Chapters Rap, WLIE 540 AM, serving New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. If it's up aboard this love train, please do it. 631-955-5400. You can check us out on the web, WLIE540am.com. And I have to have some disturbing news. I have to share this because as the executive director of the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, I have to announce that we are officially closed after some fiscal challenges over many, many years, and our efforts to salvage this program, which is so needed in the town of Hempstead because it's still a 37% high school graduation rate. Programs like this, after school programs like this, cannot go by the wayside, and this program did. I did everything along with our board of directors and my colleague and other staff to try to save this. And unfortunately, it was not to be. So
I got to say, I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. I know you've been working hard with them, and you've been doing a lot of different things to try and keep things open there. And that's very sad to me to hear that it is now officially closed. And I'm sure, hey man, I'm sure you'll find a way to bring it back. No,
yeah, well, we're working on
yes,
we're working on new programming in that area because my heart and soul, and our next guest Chris knows what I've been doing. We've done things together, and he's actually doing something now. But if people know me out there on the Chapters Rap, they know that my passion is to create programming, empower communities to get to another level and to support one another through love and positivity. So I'm going to continue the effort, but it is a sad day in Hempstead. So thank you, George, for those.
Especially Hempstead. You would think, I know that area could use the help there. They could use something to keep kids busy.
Yes,
for sure.
I've known them for a long time. I also know Chris Campbell for a long time. We've when this whole thing started, Chris was one of my main supports at that time. He still is, and he's an unbelievable person. And Chris is the first time he's in studio in a long time, so I'm excited that you made the trip from Westchester there.
Oh man, traffic was horrible.
Westchester, yeah, that's a long drive there.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, aside from the Friday afternoon rush hour in the summer, it's beautiful out here right now, but the skies completely opened up over the Bronx and lower Westchester, and which resulted in more traffic, a little bit of flooding, and people just generally freaking out.
Oh yeah. Once it starts raining, they can't drive.
Yeah, it's just the water and cars just don't seem to mix well. I know everybody's got windshield wipers. I'm hoping one day people will get that figured out. But
yeah, plus you're driving out to our studios on Long Island. It's the summer. A lot of people headed out east to the Hamptons.
It's definitely it's a recipe for disaster. I mean, I knew that the weather was coming in, so I had a choice to either leave really early or wait till it ended. And there really is no right choice there.
But you know what it is? I love traffic during 6 and 7 on Fridays because everybody's trapped in their cars listening to this show on WLIE 540 AM, right? This is the master plan.
All part of his master plan.
That's right. That's right. But Chris, we started this thing many years ago, a couple of years ago. We're having a 5th anniversary party on September 8th at Sunset Grill in Seaford.
Yeah.
But we started that, and you had the understanding of the support and the guidance you gave me was unbelievable because I needed that time.
Well, it really was my pleasure. We were doing some great things. Unfortunately, work sort of took me away. I couldn't commit to it like I had before, but I never lost touch with you, obviously, and I'm always interested in the great things that you do. And to touch on the subject of the Hempstead Boys and Girls Club, I'm really sorry that that's closing. I know that that was a labor of love for you, and I really hope that they figure out a way, if they can't bring it back, that they find something to replace it.
Yes. It's heartbreaking, and talking about it though is healing, especially amongst my friends here and our listeners out there.
Yeah.
But you actually started out my whole social media campaign, Facebook. You showed me from day one. You know, you're still yelling at me how I handle things, and I appreciate that because that's a labor of love. But I saw you on social media just recently, and you're usually behind the scenes. When I saw you in the forefront there, I had to reach out to you again. And Chris, what's going on?
Well, I appreciate it. As a lot of my friends know, I'm doing a Facebook Live video right now. So hello, everybody. I've been in the car business for 25 years, and I've owned an auto broker company for the last 6. And within the last year or so, I've expanded my network through social media in a few groups. Most recently, a group called Sales Hustlers, started by a gentleman named Dave Benson, who's from Australia, and another gentleman named Sean Hayes, who was living in Florida. Through those groups, I met a dynamic general manager from a dealership in Kentucky. His name is Glenn Lundy. And just listening to him speak on a daily basis, I found it invigorating. You know, when you're doing it as long as I'm doing it, sometimes you tend to lose your passion for the business. I mean, I love the business that I'm in. I love being able to help people. It's the people in it that was really starting to get me down. And being associated with these two particular groups, Sales Hustlers, and then Glenn Lundy started a group called #RiseAndGrind. It's really given me a whole new perspective on the people in the industry. Now, last week, as I was tuning into Glenn's daily 5:30 a.m. live video, where he starts off every day inviting people in and just sharing just words of positivity and inspiration to get people going, he happened to mention a fellow auto business worker from Seattle. She's an entrepreneur along with her boyfriend. She was recently diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. And, you know, just sort of like you said, I tend to watch from the sidelines and, you know, offer encouraging words, but never really jump out in the forefront of things unless it affects me directly. I started to see the outpouring of support for her. By the way, her name is Michelle Marie Sri. Something inside just spoke to me and told me that I needed to get involved with this. And towards the end of last week, I saw that Glenn and Sean Hayes had posted in their respective groups that they were going to start a first ever Facebook Live-a-thon. So it's sort of like a Facebook version of a telethon, where a group of people would get together Sunday for 24 hours and go live for 30 minutes to offer thoughts, prayers, and just try to get people to, you know, direct them to the GoFundMe page that had been set up for Michelle with an original goal of $10,000. We try to be, I guess they try to be realistic. Within the first 6 hours of 30-minute live videos, we had surpassed the goal. So the goal had to be adjusted. By the time the day was over, I'm proud to say that we had raised like $35,000. And
Amazing.
The last time I checked, which was the end of yesterday, we were closing in on 40.
Wow.
So it's conceivable that auto car business workers from around the world that contributed to this video. I mean, we've got, somebody from Bali, person from Australia, someone from England, people contributing to this cause. 95% of the people contributing and doing the videos and everything, we've never even met Michelle before. But I will say that I had the good fortune to meet her, and I am so blessed to be associated with these people. I mean, my network of contacts, I've gained friends from this. It really just is an amazing, amazing thing. And it has restored my faith in the humanity of people working in the car business. I'm also excited. Next weekend, my wife and I will be heading out to Kentucky. Glenn Lundy is going to be hosting his first ever Rise and Grind event, which will be next Sunday in Paris, Kentucky. There will be thousands of people descending on a small town for a day filled with inspiration, education. I'm so excited to be, meeting some of these people for the first time. I mean, it's unbelievable. I honestly, I can't even say enough. It's been life-changing for me.
Yeah, I saw a recent posting that you said life-changing. What makes this life-changing for you?
Well, I will say this, and you know what? I tried to do a Facebook Live video the other day, and I really couldn't expand on it because I just was like faltering, and I said, I got to stop this.
I was just on the verge of giving you some advice, but I said I better let this one go.
So basically, I will say this, and this is sort of, it really caused me to have a moment of self-reflection about who I had become over the last couple of years. And, things didn't go my way, start to get a little bit down. To be honest with you, social media in general, which has been a big part of my business. I mean, listen, you mentioned it. I started the Facebook page for the Chapters Wrap some 5 years ago, and was talking to you all about like engagement and stuff like that. And, unfortunately, social media has become such a toxic environment over the last couple of years. People on both sides of the argument really just not talking to each other, but more or less talking at each other.
Right.
And, I'm starting to take stock in it during the course of the week. And again, something just called me to get involved with this thing on Sunday. And I took one of the overnight shifts. I took the 1 a.m. to 1:30 shift because, again, I didn't really know Michelle or her boyfriend, Chad Morgan. By the way, shout out to QuickPage. It's a great app that they created for salespeople to use. Phenomenal follow-up tool. Anybody has any questions on it, they can hit me up on it. I'll be glad to put you in touch with them. And I took the overnight shift, and I couldn't fall asleep afterwards. I started watching videos from other people and people just talking about their own personal stories. I mean, breast cancer hits home for me. I lost my aunt, who was an integral part in raising, she played a huge part in raising me. I lost my aunt a year before we were going to get married at the end of 2015 to breast cancer. She fought valiantly. It touched a nerve with me. But more than that, I saw the outpouring of support from Michelle, and it really reminded me of the outpouring of support that my aunt saw from people that she knew. So obviously I knew that Michelle was just a quality person, and I didn't really know just how much of a quality person she and her boyfriend Chad were until I actually had the opportunity to meet them through social media, of course. And, I'm hoping that she's feeling okay enough where they both can get out to Kentucky next weekend. I don't know, but I'm hoping. Over the course of the day, as I was watching these videos of different personalities doing their half hour and contributing with thoughts and prayers and imploring people to go to the GoFundMe page and donate, even if it was $5, we were just telling people, come on out and just give something. Right. It started to really dawn on me that, like, I know some people doubled up with some videos. So out of 48, videos, I would say maybe at least 44, 45 of us actually were unique. Like there was no doubling up. There's at least 45 of us that did videos. Right. And I would guarantee that out of the 45 of us, there's a portion of us that think one way politically and another portion that think another way politically. And everyone just put it all aside to come together for something really, really important. And like I said, it just absolutely like restored my faith. And from that point, I was really I was getting up to that point anyway, but it really just, you know, I made a decision that I was going to change my life, how I interacted with people, how I interacted on social media. You know, I was so gung-ho going in one direction that, you know, if I saw a mainstream media article come out on Facebook, I'm in there commenting to the contrary and having people go back and forth with me. And, you know, where I thought it was kind of funny and kind of witty, I started to notice that it was affecting me from a personal standpoint and from a business standpoint.
Wow. I'm going to stop you for a minute. This is the Chapters Wrap on WLIE 540 AM, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. If you want to jump aboard this love train, please do. It's 631-955-5400. You can check us out on the web, WLIE540am.com. We're talking to Chris Campbell, who's talking about changing your life around through this person you haven't met, but you've raised over $40,000. You've been part of a team that raised over $40,000, and it's life changing for you.
Well, I mean, I'd like to think that I contributed something to it, but I definitely, there's people that were on there that had a much bigger impact than I did. But I have to say, for what I was able to do, I was extremely proud to do it. And that decision that I made, you know, I'm taking the decision in small steps. You know, people sometimes decide to make wholesale life decisions, and they tend to fall off the wagon after a certain amount of time. I'm not going to say that I'm never going to do that again. I'm just going for short-term goals. So I decided, you know, for the month of August, I'm just going to post nothing but positive thoughts.
Right.
You know, or just observations of the day. I'm not going to get involved with the political back and forth that everyone is doing. People are absolutely consumed with it. People, there's a life around us. Like life is going on around us, regardless of who, you know, whether you like the guy who's in office in Washington right now, you still have to get up the next day and go to work.
Right.
You know, Michelle still has to get up and she's got to get herself well, you know, whether it be through radiation, chemo, or if she takes a holistic approach to it, regardless, like people still have lives to live. And when we become so obsessed with the goings on of every little thing that people like want to, you know, prompt us to you know, the emotions that they're trying to make us have, I still have to get up every day and go to work. You know, I still have to interact with my family and friends. I'm just tired of it. I got sick of it. And I'm actually really, really excited to be involved in this. I can't say enough. I'm really, really excited to be involved in this.
Well, you know what? I mean, we've known each other for such a long time. You're one of the most brightest people I've known. You're very articulate and you're very honest.
That's only because I have you fooled. I'm really as dumb as a rock.
Well, you've had me fooled for the last 6-7 years. But anyway,
I got him.
You got me. You got me hooked. But to see this, but that's a message in itself that people could change their ways and their thinking. You don't have to be one way, and that's the way you are the rest of your life. And it took an adversity of someone else to do that to you.
Well, you know, sometimes, like, you know, the kick in the butt comes from all different directions. No one's to say what it is. What is the impetus for change? Obviously, something has to happen to prompt a decision, and it's basically like, you know, and it's weird because, you know, if I wasn't getting up, I made a decision 2 weeks ago to start getting up religiously every day at 5:30 a.m. to watch Glenn's live video. Normally, I would catch the replay of it because I work from home and I sleep in a little bit later. There was no need for me to really get up at 5:30.
Right.
But his videos have always resonated with me. I've watched his videos. I've watched Sean Hayes' videos, which he does from 8 to 8:30, and both of them spread positive messages. And it's not just, you know, because they both work in sales.
Right.
It's not just about sales. They give life lessons.
Right.
And it puts a perspective on what we do. And then, you know, just to come together with 48 different videos, at least 44, 45 different people from all different backgrounds, all different ideologies. We all came together with one common purpose, and that's to help out a fellow human being. And that, to me, there's nothing more inspiring than that. Nothing.
I mean, I'm in awe of the work, the money you raised, and the love that you transpiring over the airwaves and Facebook and social media, and that connection is lost sometimes in life, and we need to be reminded of what we need to do.
Well, again, I just played a small part, and I'm in awe of what everyone else. I mean, what everyone else was, able to do. I mean, one person actually created a website for her with links to YouTube videos. He actually went out and put 48 YouTube videos up, created a page for Michelle, put 48 YouTube videos up, along one of them being me with my ugly mug talking between 1 a.m. and 1:30, asking people for donations and offering prayers to her. The level of commitment that everyone has decided to put forth is absolutely awesome. And to take that a step further, a group of other auto sales professionals, as well as myself, have committed this month to give a portion of the proceeds that we get from the cars that we sell or lease to the GoFundMe page. I own my own business, so I don't sell as much as some salesmen, some salespeople sitting in dealerships. So I committed a little bit more per deal. But everybody's giving something, and they started a Facebook, like a group chat, where even with that, we're all encouraging each other to push forward. And now, we're starting to see that this story is going viral. I mean, 4 news media outlets across the country have picked up this story. And now here I am sitting with you, WLIE, talking about it.
And I'm the 5th.
Video.
I'm the 5th.
And you are the 5th.
Okay.
You are the 5th news media outlet.
Count
so
it.
Count it. Book it.
Book it.
I gotta say, I know where I'm buying a car the next time I need one. I mean,
this
Chris
guy
is just so nice.
Oh,
I mean,
this guy is the greatest guy. And he sells cars.
I had
and
no idea.
He delivers them in part. He travels the country.
I had no idea there were so many good auto sales professionals out there like him on the internet, and it's just wonderful to hear this, because I know when I've thought of some auto sales professionals, I'm a little worried about going into the dealership and talking to them.
Yes.
All right, so I just want you to know
they're going to try to pull one over on me. But I mean, this guy seems so nice. I would trust him to sell me a car any day.
See that he sold me for all these years. And
I'm
he's
just
selling
saying,
you.
I'm doing while we're doing this. I'm on Facebook Live right now. There's people watching, and I've turned the camera towards you. So now you've been identified as my next customer.
And now you
there we
can see that it's going to take a while until I have that money, Chris. It's going to be a bit because I work in radio.
Don't you worry about it.
Letting you know.
I'll make it make sense for you.
He works for me, and we work with each other, so there's definitely no money going on here.
You know it.
But Chris, real quick, how can people get a hold of you or join forces to support Michelle?
Well, first off, before anybody gets a hold of me, I want to give them the website with the link to the GoFundMe page. It's www.fightwithmichelle.com. That's www.fightwithmichelle.com. You'll see the homepage. There'll be links to the YouTube videos. There'll be links to her video, which once I saw her video that she had put out on YouTube chronicling, her doctor's visit to the diagnosis. It's really just, it'll touch your heart. And if it doesn't prompt you, to at least go to the GoFundMe page and give $5, $10, whatever you can give, maybe just offer up a prayer to her offer up a healing prayer to her that she gets better quickly, because, the world needs more quality human beings like this. And, as I had commented on one of her posts this morning, the world is definitely better with her in it. So anything that we can do to make that journey for her a little bit easier. I mean, I'm so proud of what everybody's been able to do, and just to play my part, it's just awesome. But for me, again, part of this August for Michelle thing that the auto sales people are doing, I'm not even I did a Facebook Live video for the Facebook page for Crestwood Auto Brokers, and I'm telling people, don't even call the business number. Call me directly, 914-227-8624. Message me on the Crestwood Auto Brokers page on Facebook. Get a hold of me directly. I'm planning on moving a lot of metal this month. I would like nothing more than to sell more cars this month than I've ever done before. We do sales, we do leasing for new cars only. Just get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to help you in any way possible.
Oh, Chris Campbell, thank you very much. Can you stick around? Can you do sports thing too, called CC Sports Scene, which we had on the Chapters Wrap for many years. So we have like 5 minutes, and we'll take a quick break and do some sports.
You got it.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Stick with Chris Campbell, CC Sports Scene.
Take care, guys.
Hey everyone, Tom Stiegel of Schroeder's Ghost. Many of you have seen Schroeder's Ghost live, but for those who haven't, let me tell you a little bit about the band. Schroeder's Ghost plays a wide variety of eclectic songs that you know and love, but not everybody plays. Songs from bands like Steely Dan, Toto, Boston, Cheap Trick, Supertramp, Etta James, Fauna, and more. We pay tribute to these bands by playing them down to the note. Schroeder's Ghost is made up of an amazing group of musicians. Pam Dixon, Tommy Higgins, Rich Foreman, Paul Cruz, Colleen Farquhar, and of course me, Tom Stiegel. There are 6-part harmonies in this band, passionate performances, and entertaining antics on stage. We're available for private parties, corporate events, concerts, and special shows. To contact us, you can call 516-578-7805. You can also go to schroedersghost.com, where you can get links for some great videos of the band. We're also available on Reverb Nation and Facebook. The band is tight, the vibe is right, Schroeder's Ghost will haunt you well past the night.
We're back here in the Chapters Wrap. We only have like 5 minutes, but Chris Campbell's in studio, and he does this little thing on the Chapters Wrap called CC Sports Scene every now and then. He hasn't done it in a while.
I saw that on the rundown, and I didn't know what that meant.
Yes, well, now we're going to find out. But he's a dart guy. So, Chris, tell us about darts.
Well, I will say, for the first time in the history of the championship darts circuit, which basically gets together the top shooters in North America to play a series of events around the country, culminating with a finals that's coming to New York City for the first time. So this weekend, it'll actually be in Brooklyn.
Wow.
They have a junior tour for players 23 and under, as well as the senior circuit. There'll be qualifiers tomorrow and Sunday, along with main events.
What are the ages for the senior circuit there?
23 and up.
Actually,
no,
okay.
I think
actually, senior. That's it.
20. I shouldn't say that. I think that you'll have players there like 21, 22, to play in them. Some of the best, the future of darts in North America, some of them, they're competing with the big boys from England and across the world. 22, 21, 23 years old.
I've seen them at the bar I work at. I'm bartending. I've seen them out there.
Well, I'm out here in Ronkonkoma once a month at Jack's on Portion Road. They do an all-day tournament. It's just so much fun. They run a singles tournament, and they run a luck of the draw doubles tournament at the end. There's barbecuing and stuff, so it's awesome.
Well, I definitely get the point what you're talking about.
Yeah, man.
And right after the show, I'm going to dart out of here to go see this concert. So let's talk a little bit Yankee Met baseball here.
Okay, so we'll talk about the extremely negative first. We'll start with the Yankees.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. We'll start with the Mets. So I found out a very interesting fact today that this year has been filled with like a few firsts for the Mets. And this past week, the Mets had a first.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bad one too.
Yeah.
All right.
25-4.
The Mets, Jose Reyes, infielder Jose Reyes, is the first player in Major League history to pitch in a game, give up 2 home runs, and then hit 2 home runs the following day.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
So basically, that might be the highlight of this entire season, which is, well, it's a highlight.
Yeah, it's a highlight. So
some kind of highlight.
It's surprising that Jose Reyes is still on the Mets to begin with.
So I will say real quickly, coming out of the trade deadline, personally, I'm very excited that the Mets did not unload Noah Syndergaard or Jacob deGrom.
Yes.
They would have gotten a boatload of prospects in return, but you've got players that are injured. You've got players in the minor leagues. You can unload other pieces, as they did with Asdrubal Cabrera, to get back minor league talent and rebuild the farm system without unloading your 2 top aces. It's very rare for a team to have pitchers of that caliber, 2 pitchers of that caliber in one staff.
Right.
So the Mets have something to look forward to. I know this is a down season. Met fans have been going through it for a while. Keep in mind, they're only a few years removed from the World Series. A couple of pieces, they're back in the playoff hunt, possibly even as soon as next year.
Right.
Now, in the Bronx,
in Beantown right now, but
the Bronx got beamed in Beantown. They got shellacked last night in what was essentially a lost game. I think that Aaron Boone may have left Jonathan Holder in a little bit too long. In the replays of the game with CC Sabathia, I thought the umpire was squeezing him a little bit. There were a lot of borderline calls that he didn't get, and CC Sabathia just does not have the stuff to overpower hitters anymore. So if he's not painting corners, he's going to be throwing pitches down the center of the plate, which obviously we're taking advantage of between all the pitchers in the Yankees. Steve Pearce of the Red Sox,
Three
he's a
homers.
former Yankee, had 3 homers last night.
Yeah.
And one of them was an absolute bomb off the light tower.
So the Red Sox are never going to lose again. We already accepted that. So
Right,
the
so-
Yankees are going to be in the playoffs as a wild card.
So do we go for the wild card? No, I think that the Red Sox at some point are going to fall back down to earth, and the
Okay.
Yankees will regain their winning ways. They
Hopefully
both-
starting this weekend.
Starting this
3 in a row.
It can't-
Listen,
it
Red
can't
Sox
hurt.
lose 3 in a row.
even if they split the series with the Red Sox, it'll be a big boost for them coming off of being blown out last night.
Now let's switch football record. We only have a little bit of time. Yeah, the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame game just started. The Bears and the Ravens.
Yeah,
But
RG3 got his first action in 2 years.
there we go. You know I'm a Viking guy.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, no, don't say that. I invited you on the show. Don't say that right away. Oh, the Vikings have a chance.
I
for a
wanted to
Super
say out,
Bowl.
and they keep bringing me back in.
know.
Did the Vikings have a chance to get to the Super Bowl? Well, they have 2 chances.
Okay.
Slim and none.
Oh,
This is
Womp,
the first
womp,
and last
womp.
time that Chris Campbell's in studio. But you are in Ronkonkoma once a month, right?
Yes.
So you're going to come back?
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to see if I can come back almost on a semi-weekly basis if I can.
I want you to come back. I've been begging you, but it took Michelle to get you back in studio.
We'll see.
here.
She brought us back together again.
There we go. And that's another cause. So again, how can people, the website real quick?
All right, the website is www.fightwithmichelle.com. If you're looking for a vehicle this month, you can call me directly at 914-227-8624.
This is the Chapters Wrap every Friday on WLIE 540 AM. Come back next week, 5:40 AM, 6 to 7 PM. We love you.
Take care,
of yourself,
folks.
Chuck.
The views, opinions, and statements expressed in the preceding program reflect the views of program contributors and do not necessarily reflect the views of WLIE Radio, its management, or its sponsors. For questions and comments, please send us an email at WLIE540AMradio@AOL.com or visit us at WLIE540AM.com.
This is Higher Ground with Pastor Gary Grant
and First Lady Grant,
inviting you to tune in with us on WLIE 540 AM and online at WLIE540AM.com every Saturday from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. as we expound the gospel of grace. We're also here to pray for you. Remember, God is still blessing this season.
Hey, what's all the racket about?
Didn't you hear? A massive project to repair the Route 495 bridge between the New Jersey Turnpike and Route 3 to the Lincoln Tunnel is starting in August. One lane of traffic in each direction will be closed for the next 2.5 years. The good news is the exclusive bus lane will remain open throughout the construction.
Visit RestoreNJ495.com to sign up for project alerts to stay informed.
This message sponsored by NJDOT, the New Jersey Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Hi, this is Bill Shishko, host of HealthWise, 30 minutes to think about God and your health. Brought to you by your friends at Cottage Pharmacy, 8285 Jericho Turnpike in Woodbury, New York. Join us at 1 p.m. this Saturday here on WLIE Radio as we learn about nutrition, vitamins, supplements, healthy eating, diet, and so many other things. And you can call in to talk with experienced nutritionists who can answer your questions. Listen in this Saturday at 1 p.m. for HealthWise.
Blessings. This is Dorena Barksdale with Maxima Castro. We invite you to be with us every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on Destiny Calls. Every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on 540 WLIE.